Alright, welcome to No Knowledge. And I was just listening to the one what Jungle Circle did with Infinite Plains Radio. That video. And the broke at the start. Seemed already channel actually, that Infinite Plains Radio. You know, a lot of little bits and pieces missing from his knowledge in that, but it's like overall sort of a perspective seemed like quite, intelligent knowledge. So it seemed alright, that Infinite Plains Radio type of thing. But he was talking, the bloke at the start was doing a phone and he was talking about handlers. Handlers. And I did a video once before now, but I can't remember it or find it out like that. But the handle idea, really, is just another simple code. To do with tea drinking, basically. That Thomas Metcalfe. You couldn't get more of a Masonic name than Thomas Metcalfe. So this idea, obviously, it's like a big idea with to do with conspiracy stuff and all this. Handlers doing things and all this. Of course, a handler. All a handle is. You got like the Equalizer, that old series and that. You see all your handlers. See? The handler's idea. So when you get this handler's idea, see, it's as simple as that. The handle is as simple as the handle on the teapot. And that's all it is. The handlers. The handle of tea. Pour it out. Do a great like I'm a little teapot stance and all that. It's more like a relaxed pour as that one. Like when you always see there was paintings of aristocrats and earls and barons and lords and that in the teapot stance. So it's basically signifying that they're in the tea programme. Obviously the teapot song. In 1939. Just in the other arm like the handle. Bending sideways the point. He has the assets, the tea sets. So it's all tea related, all the stuff in that. Intelligence asset. And I got like a 20-piece tea set or something. Nice 20-piece tea set. Yeah. Or CIS. Know how to use the CIS idea or not. So very funny codes, Useful idiots. Vetting, of course, vetting is the same as like neutering an animal. Of course, you get a lot of hex, based on it, stories and that. Like this, that's garbage. Total hex. That whole idea of the KGB and the CIA Cold War thing was a total, hex, wasn't it? Because the real Cold War was between the T's and the naturals, So it was like a Masonic Cold War. It was nothing to do with Russia versus America and Britain and all that, like all the classic type of spy stories and that. Period of geopolitical tension, see, just another hex idea, what to build up. Obviously made a lot of fictitious stories about it and all that. Based on that, of course, there's your West and East idea, your Janus. You know what I mean? Your Janus. And there, East-West tea. Champion of bubble tea. Again, your Janus idea. This Janus teapot and all. Janus teapot. East-west tea. There's an interesting piece from Psychology Today. Tea's Janus effect upon the brain. The transitions, of course, we're in the month of January now. You know, and obviously named after Janus. The spirit of doorways and archways. Not the Holy Royal Arch. There's a Royal Arch bar doing their tea, serving high teas. Afternoon tea party. When you have the Cold War, see, you got cold tea. See, you don't like a cup, no one likes a cup of cold tea, like a cup of warm tea or hot tea, see. You don't like cold tea, right? So that's where they get the idea of all this espionage stuff and that. Of course, the Cambridge idea, the Cambridge 5, you know, has to be something to do with Oxford or Cambridge or Eton all the time. Cold War espionage. Of course, all a cover up for the real type of, Cold War. Still going on about this stuff now, see, spies and all that hex. Of course, you get a lot of this stuff, written into that fake history. Obviously, just alluding to the Kurds all the time, the so-called the Tea Wars. You had the Tea Wars of the Song Dynasty. And then in the year, was the American Revolution really fought over tea. Of course, I'm not talking about the drink that basically couldn't in the trans metaphor, right? As you see here, read Handelsbank. You know what type of bank this will be, read? Handelsbank. Yeah, good. 2 arches on it now. Good for teas to put their savings in, like most likely. Of course, very famously Handel's water music. Obviously, Handel heating the water up to make his tea in one cold water. See? Handel's water music. Nice horse pictures. A cup of tea with hormones. The water music premiered on 17th of July 1717, so how Masonic is that? Know what I mean? Divided into 3 suites, of course. There's Irene Handel, was very famous on the TV, the stock exchange. Exchange this sort of stock. Exchange to become a trans. The private banker like Handelsbank. It's a very funny like it. And very famous character like, obviously, 12 trans and that. The Jewish Lives Project. Quite trans. Well, a load of their programs like that Metal Mickey, I remember that Metal Mickey one. MM33. You just tell looks a trans straight off, can't you? And of course, when you get these old paintings of aristocrats and that, you'll often find them posed, with one hand up on the hip and all that. Of course, this is a teapot to your handle, right? Basically signifies that they're in this sort of trance program. Countless ones you'll see it on, loads of them. teapot handle, see. Classic example, like, similar to the Hitler one, of course. You go and, like, it's all that type of fop stuff, foppish and all that. You see what I mean? That foppish stuff and all that, basically signifying the teapot. Out the program type of thing. Look at that wonderful feminine, hasn't got much of an Adam's apple or clavicles. So a smooth line running down to the breasts. And he's got none because he's a trans. Of course, a lot of stuff about how Hitler was involved in Freemasonry and all that. Yeah, I'm starting to maybe think that this is like a teapot spout. I think they're symbolising a teapot spout or something. Obviously supposed to be sun salute or something. But here, obviously a lot of stuff about Hitler involved with Freemasonry. The greeting. So of course, if that hand was doing the spout, right, this hand doing the handle. See what I mean? With the teapot. Then of course, some artist or somebody has done the Hitler teapot, right? So obviously they were in on the in on the tea ideas, to do that. But interestingly, see what I mean? That looks like a 19 there. 19 teapot. And then a thingy up on J.C. Penney's or something in the pointing out like the Hitler look on a kettle. It resembles a kettle and apparently this Hitler teapot was the stainless steel kettle sold by store J.C. Penney. The J.C. idea obviously read. Stirs up strong seals for J.C. Penney again. There's a nice bit of code, like the idea of stirring up hatred and emotions and all that. See, stirring up. See, it's like a tea based. As all the stuff is reading a code system. Well, good example, like Hitler and Mussolini stirred up emotions in their followers. See, propaganda to stir up feelings. See, that's what it's all about. Classic psychology stuff. Stirring up and basically a tea metaphor, right? And the spear of destiny, like seeing how the spear is relating to the syringe. Spear of destiny. Of course, the stirring, the stirring idea come from the witch and the cauldron and Persian idea. So all the same stuff. Stirring up in the mind and all that. Double, the double for the duality. It's a stirring up trouble and all this. Basically what they do in the in the society and that.